Okay, so it's time to do review number 3, calling it review C for the second test. I'm sorry, for exam 2. It's called exam 2. So here we go. Exam 2 review. Which one? We're talking C. And this is, of course, Math 105, and it's fall 20. Okay, let's get right to it. Problem number 9. All right, so this takes me a while to write down. There's going to be 4 parts to this. Be careful. You have to scroll down. Make sure to scroll down and to make sure to you get all the parts of your problem when you're faced with it on Alex. Scroll down to the bottom, and you also sometimes have tools. Scroll down, so you got to scroll down. All right. Domain. This is strange looking situation over here. We talked about how you can the problem is going to be about figuring out whether this is a function or not a function. If it's not a function, they call it a relation. We didn't mention that vocabulary word. Let me just put it up here. Right? Either you're a function, but if you're a function, but if you're not a function, you are a relation. Okay, but anyway, here it comes. Here's the example A. Moon is in the domain in the x range in the x's. Moon, desk, pencil, um, how about leaf and sky. Okay, range on the other side, range, right? That would be the y values. All there is in the range is a -3 and a -6. Here comes the arrows between them. Moon of the x's goes to -3. So does desk. Pencil goes to the -6. Leaf goes to the -3. And sky goes to the -3. Right? Here is the question. Is this a function? Yes or no? That's the question. Let me put B right alongside it. Let me put B right alongside it, and then we can answer both the questions. Then there's going to be a C and D. This is a long one. There's 4 parts to this question. All right, here comes B. Another situation, domain. Let me cordon this off. Make sure it's not confusing us. Domain's got a bunch of numbers in there. -3. There's 4 of them actually. -6, then 7, then 3. That's the domain. They may not be put in order, but that's okay. There's nothing special about that. Here comes the range. It's the arrows that we care about. In the range, there's -9, there's 0, and there's -7. Okay, now the arrows. -3 has an arrow going to -9. -6 has it going to 0. 7's got it going to -9. 7's got it going to -7. And finally, 3's got it going to 0. Okay, same thing, yes or no, whether it's a function or not. Okay, the answer over here is it's not a function. I want to do that one first. I'll tell you why, and you'll see why in a second. The answer is no. You can't have one x, with 2 y values. One x cannot, we spoke about this during this on one of our earlier videos, not that long ago. The same x can't have 2 y's, and there it is. 7 in the domain has 2 values in the range, -9 and -7. The answer is no. That never happens over here. Every single one of these x's only has 1 y, and therefore you answered yes to this situation. Okay, let's go up. There's more. There's a C and D to this. The C, I think I have the room. I don't think that's going to be an issue. Here comes C. All right, let's get this out of the way a little bit. Here comes C. And what if they present the function or relation? We're going to have to just figure out yes or no in a second. In this following way, we saw stuff like this. We put something like this up in the semester, earlier in the semester, not that long ago. Here comes one ordered pair, HH. Next ordered pair is HY. The next ordered pair is Y comma C. And the next ordered pair is Y comma N. And the parentheses is over and the brackets is over. Now it's going to be a yes. Let's put this over here. Yes or no, whether it's a function or not. Hold on. Let's put D right underneath it. Okay, open the brackets. The first one is J comma J. The second one, part of this relation quote slash function, we'll have to determine that soon, is B comma J. The next one is U comma J. And the last one is C comma U. And again, function yes or no. Right away, you can see the same XH has H and the same XH has Y. Therefore, it's no. It even happens again. The same Y has C and the same X, which is in the Y these are X's, ordered pairs, X's, coordinate, Y coordinate. So the same X coordinate has this, same X coordinate H has this, two of them, same Y coordinate has this and has this. Therefore, it's definitely no. All you need it to happen once and forget it. Right? Twice doesn't really make a difference or not. Now, this J, it has no, you don't see J coming up in the X values again, so it's unique. You don't see B coming up in the X values at all. You don't see U coming up in the X values again, nor do you C. So they're all the X's do not have two separate Y. They do not have, the same X doesn't have two separate Y's. So therefore, the answer is yes. I don't care if J occurs here and here and here. It doesn't matter. I don't care if the Y's repeat themselves. It's the X's that can't repeat themselves. And they don't. And therefore, it's yes. That is the answer to the 4 parts of problem number 9. So it's a long problem, but I don't think you'll find it that hard. Okay. So we need another piece of paper, as usual. There we go. And now we can continue on for problem number 10, upper right-hand corner. Okay, what if you're shown a graph, and again, their graphs are going to be much better than mine. That's the good news. Right, y-axis, x-axis. All right, over here I go up to, I'm just putting a couple of values there, but you can see what the graph looks like pretty much. Here I'm only going 2 also, to the right. To the left, I'm only going backwards 2, so it's -2 on this side. But down, I'm going to go a little bit further, 1, 2, 3 to -3. Now, there's a point over here, which I'm trying to put it underneath the -2 and across from the -3 over here. There's a point here. And over here, I'm trying to put a point above the 2 and across from the 2, right over here. And there's a line going through it. Very badly drawn line. Okay. What's the question going to ask you? Slope. That's the question. Or m equals, that small m equals, right? That's also the variable, that's the letter they use for slope. Okay, let's start the answer. Let's get into the answer. Here's how we got to figure out the answer. Let's pick up 2 points on the line. 2 points on the line, and then we're going to use the formula for slope. So it's pretty clear. We can pick up what 2 points on the line are. Here's one of them. It's going to be to the left -2, and then down -3. That's one of the points on the line. Right over here, to the left -2, down 3, and over here to the right 2, and then up 2. Here are 2 points on this line. Now we can use the formula for slope. You'll see in a second. Hopefully it'll look very familiar. Let's first call this x1 and y1, this x2 and y2. And you have to remember by heart the formula for the slope, which is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And now we just fill in these numbers into the slope. Okay, let's proceed. It's taking a while, but I think you'll agree. Now all you'll see is the graph. That's all you'll see is the graph. You got to figure out what your points are yourself, and you got to remember the formula and put the points in. Okay, y2, look up there, you'll see it's a 2. Minus is part of the formula. y1, you look up there, it's a negative 3. x2, you look up there, it's a 2. Minus is part of the formula. x1, you look up there, and it's a negative 2. Right, it's a negative 2. Okay, so we do as follows. This becomes 2 plus 3. Right, minus minus is a plus. This becomes 2 plus 2. Minus minus is a plus. What do we have on top? 5. What do we have on the bottom? 4. There's our slope. Final answer. And the problem is over. Let's go to problem number 11. Problem number 11. I'm going to pick up the paper and see if I have room. No, I don't like it. Let's go. I want a clean piece of paper. Problem number 11. Here we go. Okay, so now, problem number 11. Clean piece of paper. I have to draw another one of my lousy graphs, but try to be as clear as possible. So I wanted a clean piece of paper to start with. Y and X. Okay, this is going to the left back 4. Theirs are going to be much better and clearer. Back 4. This is going down 2, right? Negative 2. There's a line going in between one of my crude lines, terrible lines. It's supposed to be going through here and through here. Terrible. It's supposed to be going through here and through here. This was forget that, negative 4. Okay, now it asks us, here's the question, and it's not going to be so hard. It's just my graph is so terrible. It's not going to be hard at all. F of negative 2. So they're going to look at a nice graph of theirs, and you're looking for f of negative 2. That means the input is negative 2, so it's over here, negative 2. It's about right over here. Right, f of negative 2 is right over there because here's the input. X is negative 2. Look at where the y is, where the graph is. Okay, it's across the way from here. It's across the way from the negative 1, and it's down from the negative 2. So the coordinates are negative 2, comma, negative 1. They'll have a much better graph. You'll be able to see it. You'll be able to see these things much better. Okay. So that is problem that's problem number 11. But one more thing, I didn't really make a mistake. I know I made some mistakes this semester. I really made a mistake. But what they want is only the negative 1. They don't want, when they ask you for f of negative 2, they only want the negative. They don't want both coordinates. They only want the negative 1. So I apologize for that. They only want the negative 1. What is f of negative 2? If the input is negative 2, where are we on the line? We're down about negative 1, and that to the negative 1 slot, and that's what they want to see, negative 1. Okay, this took a while, this video. I'm going to have to stop this video and go do 12, etc. on the next video. All right, hold on. Put an end to that.